with anybody visiting here, especially Europeans, is to have 5 weeks like that. To be able to go and see places.
That's the irony, right?
You know,
we barely get any time off.
We can't afford to do that.
Right, if you have a job, they don't really give you real time off. But we have a country that is so beautiful and gorgeous and diverse to look at. If you're in England, I've been to England. All of England looks like England. You're either on the coast or it's rolling hills. Yes, there's cities and all that, but I mean, like, that's it. We went to Germany. Germany looks like Germany everywhere you go in Germany, right? And that's not a criticism. It's just our country is so big. Like, dude, I wish we got holiday.
Exactly.
I should take advantage and look at it all.
Things non-Americans love about the U.S., they say the sandwiches. In America, there's so many glorious sandwiches. The Reuben, piled high with delicious corned beef on nice artisan bread. Philly cheesesteaks, thinly sliced ribeye dripping with salty, gooey provolone. And even the po' boy, a stunning creation.
Oh, yeah.
The Cuban.
Always goes back to the food.
The banh mi.
Banh mi, spectacular.
The club, the BLT.
Ooh, BLT.
I just think we have more variety of food.
French dip.
Probably anywhere on this planet.
Roast beef sandwich.
Correct.
Because we keep it simple. I think because we don't say it must be done this way. We're like, look, bring it from any culture you want. If we like it, we're putting it on the menu.
Open face with gravy and a fork and a knife and mashed potatoes.
Exactly.
It's pretty strong, too, on Texas toast.
We're back up for part 2 of the stream, by the way. Non-Americans, things that non-Americans love about the U.S., the diversity. You'll find people from all around the world, and because of that, food from all around the world. It's amazing. Yet again, we're back on the food. People come here and they make the food even better.
I mean, it's how you learn a lot about a culture.
Absolutely.
Eat their food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for real. And the tradition behind it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, and look, I've always maintained one thing about the U.S. versus everyone here is something.
Right.
Right? But, like, if I go to Japan, everyone's Japanese. When I go to England, everyone's English. Big, heavy Indian population, but it kind of ends there. Go to Italy, you come to the States, like everyone gives you 8,000 different backgrounds. That makes us what we are.
Steve, you said that you wish that we could have a European holiday. However, this one says, I love how over-the-top American holidays are. I'm not really into holidays, but I would like to experience Thanksgiving or Christmas U.S. style.
Maybe because we get so little time off, comparatively speaking. It's like, dude, go all in for this day.
If another country invited me over and they said, hey, for one day, we're going to cook this massive traditional meal and watch our local sport, I'm in.
Let's go. We're going to have great savory foods. We're going to have a table that's a smorgasbord out there.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to want to take a nap halfway through, and then we're going to watch soccer when you wake up.
Yeah, exactly. Right? In.
Yeah, let's do it.
No doubt.
We're going to spend all day cooking. We're going to be exhausted by 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
And you'll love it.
2 meats, or veg and 2 meats.
Oh, man. And then I'll leave you with this last thing that non-Americans love about the U.S. culture. They say the air is so clean in the United States. Of course, not right around now because of all the
We're real
wildfires.
fortunate up here.
Yeah,
although other than the smoke, we have the freshest air, I believe, that I've ever experienced in the United States.
They say when you come from a country with massive amounts of pollution like I do, Beijing, you really appreciate the blue sky and the fresh air. And I think kind of on the coastal areas, I don't know so much about the flyover states, but I've heard, the Carolinas got the blue skies that are unbeatable. I know that here in Washington State, we take for granted just how beautiful the sky is. I've traveled in a handful of different places like, bro, we're doing really, really well.
One of the first things I noticed when we moved here was the sky. It's like, we're on the same planet. It's the same blue sky, but the blue here is a lot different than the smog is.
I was talking to a nurse the other day, and she was like, she's from Mississippi. She's like, I just can't believe how you can drink the water out of the tap.
Yeah.
I'm like, she's like, we never could do that. No. I was like, she was telling me all the virtual the things that she likes about this area, and I was just like, you know what? I forget about that stuff. Just because we've been here for so long, but you're absolutely right.
Hell yeah, man. A couple in Everett is suing their moving company for some broken items, Miles.
Well, what are the items that were broken?
Tell you all about it at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, we made it to the weekend and drinking time.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve will throw a hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And Mike, you're going to want to pour those shots quick. This is a short shot. Today we toast Grammy award-winning country songwriter, 57-year-old Brett James. In addition to being a songwriter, Brett, believe it or not, is also a pilot, which is cool, because I always thought, man, if I made that kind of money, that is something I would do too. Anyway, he passed away yesterday when his plane crashed.
I know this one.
And his biggest song, by the way, was Jesus Take the Wheel. So let's drink. We pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy. Yummy.
So over the tongue and down the throat to party and our tummies.
Down the hola, bitchola. All right, your winner on a Bad Choice Friday coming up next. All right, you guys know the.
Tonight, artificial intelligence struggles to tell the difference between itself and Mark Zuckerberg. But first, if your rush hour commute seemed especially long this morning, it was likely because of the overturned 18-wheeler that blocked all lanes of traffic for several hours.
Oh, man, I got stuck in that traffic, man.
Is that why you were so late today?
Nope.
The truck was hauling metal recycling, and the debris field caused damage to multiple vehicles. Luckily, there were no reports of any serious injuries.
Okay, now that is good news, man.
Oh, thank goodness. I once saw a truck overturn when I was a little girl, and there were lots of injuries.
You witnessed a truck overturn as a child, Bonnie?
Oh, yes. I was in the car with my dad, and the truck in front of us overturned and spilled its hull onto the highway. My dad slammed on the brakes, but we still crashed into the truck's cargo. The car behind us slammed into us, and we plowed through even more cargo.
That sounds terrifying, Bonnie.
It really was, yes.
What was the truck hauling?
Dwarves.
Dwarves?
Yeah.
As in little people?
Yeah.
There was an 18-wheeler hauling dwarves.
Yeah. We didn't know until the truck overturned, and then all the dwarves fell out, on account of the truck overturning and all.
These were living people.
Until my dad slammed into them, yeah.
Okay, that is crazy, man.
That's what my dad said.
Why? I'm sorry, I still can't get past this. Why was an 18-wheeler hauling dwarves?
We never found out, and the truck driver didn't seem to want to explain that to anybody.
How many little people were in the truck?
Oh gosh, there had to be hundreds of them. There were 3 of them still stuck in the grill of our car.
Were they still alive?
2 of them, yeah, and they were real unhappy.
What about all the others?
Most of them survived, I think. I remember them trying to dodge traffic, but they couldn't run very fast because of their tiny little legs.
An 18-wheeler hauling dwarves overturned on a highway,
Yeah,
and you crashed into them.
my dad did, yeah, because they were all over the road, because they spilled out of the truck.
Come on, Stone. We just covered all this, man.
I know that, Felix. I just you don't find this crazy.
Crazy things happen, Playboy. At that time, I woke up with 6 fingers on my hand.
What in the world are you talking about?
About a month ago, man, I woke up with 6 fingers on my left hand.
You woke up with 6 fingers on your left hand.
Yeah, man.
You woke up with 6 fingers on your left hand.
Yeah, man.
And where is this 6th finger now?
That's what makes it crazy, man. 2 days later, it was gone.
When that happened to me, I had 6 fingers for 4 days.
What? You both grown a 6th finger, only for it to disappear. No rhyme or reason why.
That is why it's crazy, Stone.
We just got an email from viewer Tony in Sacramento. He says that he's a long-haul trucker and 6-fingered dwarf. He really appreciates this segment. He says he finds it very inclusive.
I told you so, man.
You did. You've always said that there's 6-fingered dwarves who drive trucks that we don't reach.
Felix said that?
Word for word.
And now you owe me a lobster dinner, Playboy.
We'll be back in an hour.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Now for all TV news all the time, it is time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, The Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
All right, your choices today. You got Jimmy Fallon, Seth Meyers, Stephen Colbert, or Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late night?
It's right there. The title. These guys have talented teams of writers help them come up with their monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine, is this an actual late night joke and from whom, or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
Pope Leo says it's highly unlikely the church will change its core doctrine on sexuality. Oh, really? There's not going to be a 180 from the church that just stopped speaking Latin 50 years ago?
With Seth Meyers.
I'll say Colbert.
Seth Meyers.
Pope Leo said that it is, quote, highly unlikely that the Catholic Church will change its core doctrine on sexuality. Oh, really? There's not going to be a 180 from the church that just stopped speaking Latin 50 years ago?
President Trump was in London this week to meet with British royalty and take in some of the sights like Big Ben, Parliament, and the first McDonald's in London.
God, that's you.
I should have used Big Ben and Parliament because
you know what? Your mind would be blown. They probably have beer. They probably have different items that you
I
didn't even
looked
think
it up
about.
today.
Yeah.
They got a lot of McDonald's in London.
I can believe that.
I was
man.
shocked.
They got beer in Parliament?
Well, they have beer in Germany, the McDonald's.
They have beer everywhere in Germany.
Yeah,
That's
it.
right. Yeah.
Nursery school.
Fried chicken,
Right.
Kentucky Fried Chicken beer.
I will say, my buddy lived in London for years. He said KFC is like a high-end delicacy.
No
Really?
kidding.
One of his friends' neighbor was very posh, like grew up rich, and he'd be like, "You guys are ordering KFC?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, dude." So he ordered it one day, and he was like, "It's still just KFC."
I mean, right.
New York officials rejected a proposal for a casino in Times Square. So if you want to lose your life savings in Manhattan, you just have to rent an apartment.
I'll say Fallon.
Seth.
New York officials rejected a proposal to build a casino in Times Square. So if you want to lose your life savings in Manhattan, you'll just have to rent an apartment.
It is ridiculous. You've seen some of the prices over there, man.
Insane. Yeah.
Holy cow.
And the size of them.
Right. Like, that's the thing. Like, I know living in Seattle is a difficult thing. Like, it's spending to live out here, but you get nothing for your dollar out there in New York.
No, not a thing.
Yeah.
Groceries are cheaper.
Yeah,
Gas is cheaper.
Yay.
If you could drive.
Right.
A middle school teacher in Louisiana was arrested recently after a drug-sniffing dog allegedly found cocaine in her bag after a random check. The saddest part is, we all know she had to work a second job to afford that cocaine.
Fallon.
Seth Meyers.
A middle school teacher in Louisiana was arrested recently after a drug-sniffing dog allegedly found cocaine in her bag during a random check. And the saddest part is, you know, she had to work a second job to afford that cocaine.
I'm not going to defend a teacher here with cocaine.
Right, but he's not wrong.
But
Well, yeah, maybe there's just a chance she just forgot it was in there from like the weekend.
Probably.
right.
I don't know.
They get held to such a high standard.
What, teachers?
Teachers.
Well, yeah, they're around kids.
I'm aware of that. But as long as they're not around the kids, do what you want.
I agree. But
I
it's
saw
just-
my son's teacher in a bar. Like, settle down.
Good.
It is weird,
It was your kid that sent her to the bar.
but it is weird seeing them in public.
It's weird seeing your teacher in a bar when you grow up and being able to talk and drink with them. That's happened to me twice. That is weird.
Yeah.
Because you still feel like, they're, I don't know.
It's the only way you've known
You're
them,
not
yeah.
a peer. Yeah, now you're like a peer.
Uh-huh.
There's
At the bar.
some teachers I have from DeMatha where once I got out, you realize like they were in their early 20s.
Yeah.
So our age gap's not as much. But then there's one teacher and coach, I coached with him, Neil Murphy, right? And he's a great dude. And every time I go back, we would grab lunch at Bentley's and have beers and stuff. And I don't know, it must have been 10 years. And he's like, "Will you stop calling me Mr. Murphy?" So I'm like, "You're right."
Yeah, but it's just habit.
It is.
Yeah.
That's your name to me. It's like coach. If you're my coach, you always be coach.
Right.
You haven't played at an
But I
organized
don't feel
sport.
like coaches ask you to not say that.
Well,
Actually,
then
they
if you-
they love that.
You know,
If
even
you
like
coach long enough somewhere, you're just coach.
Right.
Like Morgan Wooten. right? Like everybody just called him Coach.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I tell the story about running into I coached for the Seahawks and the Packers. Holmgren.
Yeah.
Right? I run into him backstage filming something. And I mean, I turn in, Coach, great to meet you. Coach.
But it's funny. But here we call him Holmgren.
Right.
But no one says that with a doctor. You call them their full name.
Right.
I'll call him Doc.
Dr. Perkins, or whatever name.
If I know a doctor, I'll call him Doc. I had a family friend that was a chiropractor, and we called him Doc all the
Yeah,
time.
see, if I had a friend that was a doctor, I don't run in those circles.
Yeah.
I'm just talking to them in the office. I call them doctor their name.
I mean, but even in the auction industry, I've worked with two guys, an auctioneer and ringman, Mike Merrill and John Randall, and they're both called Coach because they coach high school basketball. I never played a down under these guys.
And you still call them Coach?
They're named Coach.
Correct. Yeah, I don't know what level or how long you got to coach when you get that, but once it's that, that's what you go by.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
It was like a secret code when you found out your teacher's real name.
But here's the weird thing. With my assistant coaches, they were their teacher names.
Yeah, Mr.
Yes. So Mr. Stanley, he was the driving instructor in school, but he was also the assistant baseball coach. So he was always Mr. Stanley because in class, that's what you called him.
Right.
So I didn't change that. But the coach wasn't really kind of a teacher. He was a coach.
Yeah.
So
they also kind of doubled up with PE too, didn't they?
But sometimes
the coaches for the most part, like
the woman's PE teacher was typically the woman's basketball coach,
right,
or volleyball coach, or soccer or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of messing. Right, my niece is a cop, so I was kind of messing with her over FaceTime a couple weeks ago. I was like, "Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am." She's like, "Stop it."
No, don't.
Sorry, officer.
Don't stop.
Sorry, officer.
Sorry, officer.
Never stop that game.
Here's the thing, Uncle Ted. You got that one warrant out of Garrett County. So just turn around. I might have to take it.
Yeah, exactly.
Hands behind your back, Uncle.
You still have that?
No.
Okay.
You wait. She's going to start turning on and call you civilian.
There's a guy on Instagram that just makes these videos that he's like the nice cop on the scene, and it always ends with, yeah, I understand. Just that thing. You got that warrant. And it's always the same county, so it's just kind of a joke.
Boating without a license.
It is on my official record, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Boating without a license.
SNL, Saturday Night Live, they've announced the first round of host and musical guest.
Come on, baby.
I'm not going to read what they wrote. October 4th will be the first episode. You have Bad Bunny and Doja Cat.
Hell yeah.
All right.
That'll be a good crew.
He's pretty funny.
He is. And he draws a great crowd, too.
Unbelievable.
I wasn't in the Happy Gilmore 2.
Ooh,
I never watched it.
I didn't see the movie. I want
think
to, though.
he was the cat.
Yes, he was.
Okay.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Right.
He was in town when I was down in Phoenix, and the crowd that was out there, it was rabid, dude. They love him. Love him.
He's
some Bad
huge.
Bunny, yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you a thing about it. Like, I know his name. I know he's super famous. I understand he sings or something.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever. He seems like a cool dude, and people love him.
Did great in a wrestling ring, too.
I was going to say,
Really?
yeah.
Jesus.
October 11th, you'll have Amy Poehler as the guest host, and then Role Model will be the musical guest.
Nice.
We were to
Unfamiliar
see
with
Amy
Role Model.
Poehler not do Weekend Update.
You know
she's
she's
gonna slide in
She's
there.
got to be like the third anchor, right?
Yeah.
Because that was her primary gig.
Then October 18th, have a little late night espresso.
Damn right.
Oh, really?
Maybe some man-child will be watching. Sabrina Carpenter will be the guest host and the musical guest.
Hell yeah.
Mike and I love-
She's doing both?
She's doing both.
Oh,
Mike
cool.
and I love Sabrina Carpenter.
Now, she was on SNL last season, if I'm not mistaken. Was she a host or just a musical guest at that point?
I think she was just a musical guest.
Because Pedro Pascal was there. That was a big thing.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like her for the reason you do.
She's hilarious, dude.
She is
she's
tiny
actually really
in
funny,
person.
too.
That's all right.
Yeah. But and that man-child song, when she's making fun of dudes that don't grow up, like, it feels personal, but I like it.
Hit me again.
Guys grow up?
Yeah, it's like,
Didn't know that.
Like, I'm just like, yeah, I think she's kind of making fun of me, some of me and my friends, but god damn, it's a good pop song. I like it.
I'm not sure that I know any of my friends that are like mature
Yeah.
for their age. I mean, they're still the same person I knew, whenever I met them.
Well,
Not much has changed.
Well, given our jobs too, it's like you get allowed to.
Well, that's why we want to do this job.
Yeah.
Like my buddies that are accountants, like, they're funny, but not at work. They look freaking miserable all the time. I'm like, I can't operate that way.
Yeah,
It
like
does not
what-
make sense to me to do.
I was gonna say, like, right, like my brother's a principal, but like my one buddy, you guys know, Marshawn, he'll be like, Chris is funnier than you are. I'm like, what?
Oh.
Ooh.
That's harsh.
Well, none of his
Wow.
students think so.
Maybe we should call Chris up and get him on the show.
Fill in when you're out.
I think honestly, now that he's a principal, I don't think he'd do it.
No one would know.
cool.
No one would know.
All the way across the country.
Most of the funny comments happen, around a grill or a fire.
Sure.
With a few beverages. Couple pops in you.
All right, these some actors who turned down massive roles for silly reasons.
All right.
Will Smith, he turned down Django Unchained. He wanted to make it a love story with toned down violence, and he wanted Django to kill Calvin.
What does he
you
think
missed
that he
the
has
entire-
any?
right.
Well, first of all, regardless of the movie, you might have a little bit of input on your character, but you can't change what the director, what all the writers did. Like you might have a suggestion for this character, or a way to deliver a line, but you're taking the
saying
role.
this like Will Smith isn't stupid. He's stupid. That's why this happened.
I mean, it's
And
Quentin
their defense,
Tarantino. I think
it's
he's
silly
got
reasons.
He's got a vision, right? It's Quentin.
Right. Hang on real quick before you go, Ted. Is there any others by Will Smith? Because I know another role that
The
he turned down.
Matrix.
Yes.
He didn't understand the script. And I'm like, what's not to understand?
How has this guy fallen so far?
Do you know what he turned down The Matrix for? Because he had a better movie lined up.
Oh, yeah.
Wild Wild West.
That
that's kind of a. I mean, that's it's not a bad
Sometimes-
movie. It wasn't the,
The
worst.
Matrix?
No, the Wild Wild
I
West.
know.
Awful. I know,
See,
but
that
compared
movie
to the
sucks.
Matrix, it wasn't that bad. It had a couple laughs in it.
That movie, that was hot garbage,
Miles,
man.
sometimes people.
Come on,
I remember watching it high.
You're talking to the guy that likes Wild Hogs, and you're trying to convince me that Wild Wild West
Maybe
was a
those,
good movie.
maybe those are our wild movies. You know, I don't know.
All right, I'll take Wild Things.
There you
well,
go.
I know
There
why.
you go.
The hot tub scene.
Yeah, not laughing. Hard to laugh. Tom Cruise could have been Edward Scissorhands. Oh, but he had too many questions about Edwards. Could he do everyday things like go to the bathroom?
So he just had logical questions.
Yeah.
This doesn't make sense to me.
Don't get too deep, man. It's a Tim Burton
What if
movie.
he
I
wants
was
to
going to
hug
say, Tim
somebody?
Burton's probably like, look, nothing that happens in any of my movies makes sense. Stop
Like
asking.
Tim Burton, right? And when that movie came out, Tim Burton wasn't Tim Burton yet.
Right.
Like I don't blame Tom Cruise on this one. Just like no. Like it doesn't make sense.
I respect that because to me, that's Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
But how do you go to the bathroom? It's not part of the movie. It doesn't. Yeah, but
ask
to get
Freddy
into the
Krueger.
character.
Honestly, though, I don't know if anybody's weird enough to do Edward Scissorhands other than what's
Johnny
his name?
Depp.
Yeah.
He's the perfect pick because he's already weird.
All right, here's another Tim Burton one. Pierce Bronson turned down Tim Burton's Batman. Why? Made him like the suit.
Oh.
Was that?
Michael Keaton.
Oh, okay.
I dig
It was
that,
not
though.
nipples. No.
That was not nibbles.
No,
I can
that
see,
was not Clooney.
see Pierce Brosnan in that position. Like, nah, not if I got to wear that.
Right. And Keaton killed it, too.
He did.
Brosnan could have done it, but he's more James Bond than Batman.
Agreed.
Jason Momoa turned down playing Drax in Guardian of the Galaxy because he didn't want to be a shirtless painted guy. Then he went on to play Aquaman.
He just wants to be shirtless, but not painted. That's what I'm getting
That's
at.
fair. It's hard to get off.
Also, it's easy, I think, to sit back and look at this because we know what these roles are.
Yeah.
But when you're in the moment, it's like,
Sure.
sometimes, I mean, look, there has been stuff that I thought were some stupid ideas that we've done on the show that were very popular. And I'm like, all right, wrong.
Swing and a miss.
Right. So, like, I'm kind of like, yeah, I could see that. Like, not being a shirtless painted guy. And then, like, 2 years later, like, you want to be Aquaman? Like, well, sure, that's dope.
That's in now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, look, I don't travel across the country generally to just see a musical act. Right? I'm like, that seems crazy. You're going to see the same band this many times? But I will travel clear across the country or the world to go watch football teams play.
Yeah, same one you just watched,
Yeah.
2 or 3 weeks ago.
Correct.
Right.
And you can see it at home on TV.
Right. Same players, same offense, same defense.
In your comfy couch, beer in your fridge.
Maybe a
doesn't cost
different
you $12
outcome.
to
Different
throw.
outcome. Different encore.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Mike and I did this this summer, right? If I hung out at your house, Miles, and we hung out for 3 hours and you only played the same music, you want to come over Saturday and listen to the same exact songs? Like, no, dummy.
Idiot.
Morgan Wallen's like, I'm playing basically the same show 2 nights in a row. We were like, in.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Want to come over and spin the same record one
The
more
only thing
time.
though I would not do that with is stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
I will watch I will watch a special again and again, but I'm not going to go twice.
No.
And that's why I don't watch like Nate Bargatze. I'm not going to watch his special before he comes here
No.
because I want to see it live. I don't want to know the jokes.
Yeah,
yet.
you're right. I have
It's
done
going
that
to be
before.
very, very hard to do that because I'm sitting on my couch. I know the show's later. I want to watch it, but I'm not going to.
What else is in there? Russell Crowe, he was the first choice to play Wolverine, but he didn't want to have too many wolf-related roles. In Gladiator, he has a wolf companion and a wolf symbol on his armor.
Wolverine, man.
Come on.
I mean, like,
This is my favorite. Sean Connery. He turned down Gandalf because he didn't understand the books or the script.
you shall not
But he's
pass.
British. You think someone who's British We kind of get it.
right?
Yeah.
He's James
Scottish.
Bond.
Right.
Or whatever.
Yeah,
I mean, he's from
Scottish.
close
So, like, if
enough.
I'm James Bond and I'm looking at this book, like, you want me to be a wizard? Like, no, I'm James Bond.
What's with the small ones?
Shut up. I'm not the wizard.
So the entire world is in open arms over a ring. Make it make sense.
I did finish the Charlie Sheen special.
Yeah.
Just called Part 2. Listen.
Is it for real?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Whatever you think about him after you watch this, that is a very honest individual. I will give him that.
Sure.
And watching him in the one-on-one interview go through the Tiger Blood era, man, you can see him. Like, I don't blame him. He's like, let's talk about it. And I kind of forgot. And then the way he gets off drugs, I wouldn't recommend for anybody else. But Jesus Christ, that guy is not subhuman, above human. Like, he's just built different. And the way they got him off drugs, there's not a counselor in the world that would recommend it. But it worked. Huh. And he's very honest.
All right. I'm watching it tonight, then.
Dude, watch it. That's what I'm
Yes,
saying.
yes.
Some big stuff this weekend. Saturday, State of Washington, Apple Cup. Hey, look, the Huskies haven't won on the road under Jed Fish, but the Cougs got whooped by North Texas.
Yeah.
Look for the Huskies to rout that one. Then Sunday, you got the Saints coming to town. Take all the Seahawks.
Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
Tonight, artificial intelligence struggles to tell the difference between itself and Mark Zuckerberg. But first, if your rush hour commute seemed especially long this morning, it was likely because of the overturned 18-wheeler that blocked all lanes of traffic for several hours.
Oh, man, I got stuck in that traffic, man.
Is that why you were so late today?
Nope.
The truck was hauling metal recycling, and the debris field caused damage to multiple vehicles. Luckily, there were no reports of any serious injuries.
Okay, now that is good news, man.
Oh, thank goodness. I once saw a truck overturn when I was a little girl, and there were lots of injuries.
You witnessed a truck overturn as a child, Bonnie?
Oh, yes. I was in the car with my dad, and the truck in front of us overturned and spilled its hull onto the highway. My dad slammed on the brakes, but we still crashed into the truck's cargo. The car behind us slammed into us, and we plowed through even more cargo.
That sounds terrifying, Bonnie.
It really was.
Yes.
What was the truck hauling?
Dwarves.
Dwarves?
Yeah.
As in little people?
Yeah.
There was an 18-wheeler hauling dwarves.
Yeah. We didn't know until the truck overturned, and then all the dwarves fell out, on account of the truck overturning and all.
These were living people.
Until my dad slammed into them, yeah.
Okay, that is crazy, man.
That's what my dad said.
Why? I'm sorry, I still can't get past this. Why was an 18-wheeler hauling dwarves?
We never found out, and the truck driver didn't seem to want to explain that to anybody.
How many little people were in the truck?
Oh, gosh, there had to be hundreds of them. There were 3 of them still stuck in the grill of our car.
Were they still alive?
2 of them, yeah, and they were real unhappy.
What about all the others?
Most of them survived, I think. I remember them trying to dodge traffic, but they couldn't run very fast because of their tiny little legs.
An 18-wheeler hauling dwarves overturned on a highway.
Yeah.
And you crashed into them.
My dad did, yeah, because they were all over the road, because they spilled out of the truck.
Come on, Stone. We just covered all this, man.
I know that, Felix. I just, you don't find this crazy.
Crazy things happen, Playboy. At that time, I woke up with 6 fingers on my hand.
What in the world are you talking about?
About a month ago, man, I woke up with 6 fingers on my left hand.
You woke up with 6 fingers on your left hand?
Yeah, man.
You woke up with 6 fingers on your left hand?
Yeah, man.
And where is this 6th finger now?
That's what makes it crazy, man. 2 days later, it was gone.
When that happened to me, I had 6 fingers for 4 days.
What? You both grown a 6th finger, only for it to disappear. No rhyme or reason why.
That is why it's crazy, Song.
We just got an email from viewer Tony in Sacramento. He says that he's a long-haul trucker and 6-fingered dwarf. He really appreciates this segment. He says he finds it very inclusive.
I told you so, man.
You did. You've always said that there's 6-fingered dwarves who drive trucks that we don't reach.
Felix said that?
Word for word.
And now you owe me a lobster dinner, Playboy.
We'll be back in an hour.
Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. Florida school police find out what happens when you deploy pepper spray. Meanwhile, a man at a gas pump sees a car flying right at him and somehow is able to run away. Florida man makes a rage-baiting video of trailer park and ends up in jail. An Everett couple says their moving company was the ultimate in fail. And a skateboarder drops into a 300-foot ramp in Brazil. Ooh. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my cock.
All right, our top story, we head right up the road to Everett, where a local company has an issue with their moving company. Sorry, a local couple has an issue with their moving company. The couple recently moved from New York to Everett and hired a moving company to help transport all of their belongings. But, as with many moves, there were some items that were on the more fragile side, and they paid the company extra for a white glove treatment for those items. So you can imagine their frustration when they arrived to find that those belongings had been destroyed in transit, which were several Lego models that had been meticulously constructed and preserved. They busted all the Lego models, man.
I get the frustration. I get the idea, but you probably should have broken some of those down and maybe had to start over.
I mean, to me, look, I get the frustration. I do. I would be pissed. But the difference between them breaking my Lego model versus breaking, I don't know, say an urn.
Yeah.
I can put the Legos back together.
You can.
Right. It's annoying, but I can put it back together.
So this was far from the only complaint that they had with the company, claiming that they were pressured for more money before anything started getting loading into the trucks. They had to not only help with the delivery of their own belongings, but items belonging to another customer as well.
What?
And,
they double loaded like a Mayflower-sized truck.
Right. And they claim other boxes were missing and damaged as well.
So some of the boxes went to the other home.
Right.
Blah, 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 blah,
Yeah,
blah.
but you're not obligated to help.
Moving sucks.
It does.
It does. They've gone through hoops to get payment for damages, but received less than 10% of what they asked for from the insurance company that they went through. This entire thing's a nightmare.
Oh, yeah.
And as you said, Miles, moving already sucks, but then having to deal with all this crap on top of it, you know, you're already stressed about the move, and it's already a major day if everything goes right. The last move that I had, everything went completely according to plan. It was so well done. Everything went smoothly. I was exhausted by the end of the day.
It absolutely sucks.
It sucks, man. It takes a week to get over that exhaustion. It sucks. In other news, a man in Florida attempted to make a little cash for videos, and he might have taken his shtick a little too far. As much as we hate to admit his shtick. As much as we hate to admit it, one of the easiest and most profitable avenues for success in the entertainment industry is rage baiting. And that's just what our man trafficked in. He was arrested after multiple complaints were issued to authorities about the man who filmed himself yelling at multiple passersby, including families with children. He called people the N-word to elicit a response, and eventually wielded a large stick that he was swinging around in a threatening manner. That you can't do.
And why do you get paid for this?
Because you just get views.
You get views. So
people,
depending on the streaming service,
right.
you get enough views, they start running ads there, and you're the guy that
people
gets
call
correct.
you a terrible person, and they continue to watch your videos to see just how terrible of a person that you are.
Yeah.
They'll sit there and talk about how terrible of a person you are, and I can't believe anybody consumes this, and why in the world? It's like, you're the one that's
You're the
giving
one
them
wanting
money.
it, right.
Right. If you truly don't want it, stop watching it altogether. And the thing is, Ted talked about this with the social dilemma. This is one thing that they target when it comes to this.
Yeah, 100%.
Whether you love it, whether you hate it, you can't stop watching it.
Correct. But we know in radio, like, that's part of the reason Stern got so popular. People hated him so much.
I was going to say, that's why Stern did so well.
Absolutely.
Remember, the whole thing was, we did a poll, and 75% of this is Howard Stern. 75% of the listeners said they hate him. They're like, we should get rid of him. It's like, no, because they're all freaking listening, right? And
Correct.
the advertisers go, we don't care if you like them or not.
Right.
You are listening.
Like, Stephen A. Smith doesn't bug me much. I don't watch him.
Yeah.
Right.
But everyone who's mad at, like, say, I'm right there with it. He's an idiot. He's playing for the camera. And I don't care what he thinks about anything. So I don't watch him. Not for any reason other than he's not interesting to me.
Right.
A lot, like my mother hates him. So why do you keep watching him?
Right.
That's all he
And
wants.
that's the thing. I'm not a big fan of his either. But if I'm walking in some place where they've got it playing in the morning and I hear him just starting to go off on the camera, I'll stop for a hot second. Like, what is he upset about now? And I'll sit there and I'll
Well, they
stare
just
at
keep
it.
repeating his show from the time it starts on the West Coast.
Right.
I just wish they would do like a half an hour. Here are the highlights from last night
Right.
in baseball and
Exactly.
whatever. Just give me some
I mean,
highlights.
look, I do in the morning, like, I put on First Take in the background, right? Like, I like that show.
Yeah.
And then, great, because they'll replay it on ESPN too. And then he's on ESPN. And then when he's done, I'll watch some other sports or have some other sports in the background. But, like, I don't know how to explain it. I'm just like, I'm tired of it. And I used to like him. He's just everywhere. Mike, by the way, he's going to show up in wrestling.
You know
ESPN's going to
You're right.
shoot
He's on ESPN. So
He's gonna get in there.
He's going to be on the damn panels. You're right. As far as our boy here in Florida, waving the stick around was enough to get him locked up for disorderly conduct charges, to which he pled no contest, and he was soon released from the county jail. More from Florida, where a brawl was broken up. There's no details as to what started the scuffle, but an altercation broke out amongst multiple students that quickly boiled out of control. Witnesses and staff worked to de-escalate the situation, but soon had to turn to using pepper spray to break things up, which came with the consequences of its own. 32 people were affected by the spray, with 12 students and faculty members needing medical attention at the hospital. The school was secured during the incident and resumed after it concluded.
Yeah, I mean, what else are you going to have to do?
I know.
I mean, one thing, I remember high school, like if it started with 2 kids, it immediately escalated to pretty much everyone in the hall.
Right.
Right? You can scream and yell, but so much like pepper spray their ass. It sucks, but it won't happen again.
High school kids are big.
They are.
Yeah, man, yeah, times, you can tell the teacher, there's the difference between breaking up an elementary school fight.
Right.
You just put your hands on your chest, you separate. High school, it's like, he plays on the football team, man.
Right.
And he is pissed off.
And he's 17-year-old and still protected.
Also in high school, if I was 15, 14 years old, 16, whatever, and they said, like, look, you could get pepper sprayed. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna be 10 o'clock, but you're gonna go home.
Yeah.
I'd be like, all right, okay. I'll walk near it. Okay.
Just in case those stories left a bad taste in your mouth.
Thankfully, there's good news.
We go to Brazil for an amazing feat. One of the cities of the country recently erected a 21-story, 278-foot tall administrative building that immediately changed the city skyline. Remember those dimensions. What's more is locals often joked about the shape of the building, calling it a massive skate ramp, which it pretty well was. Thanks to all that hype, it didn't take long for Red Bull to fund the idea of sending someone crazy enough to skateboard down the entire 278-foot
Think
ramp.
of the west side of the Rainier Tower and how at the very bottom of it
right.
kinda does a ramp thing.
The stunt took a little bit of time to plan, and several smaller attempts along the building were made before they finally took the plunge and sent a professional screaming at 90 miles an hour on a skateboard.
Hell
down that
yeah,
damn
Red
thing.
Bull.
That's what they do. They do the extreme crap, man.
It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
I
would never do it.
Actually, Mountain Dew does the extreme stuff.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you know what? Good point there, Miles. Good point. Bedroom sports. The Storm fought hard, but ultimately fell to the Aces by a single point last night, thereby ending their playoff run in the first round. Ladies, well done. Well done. It was a well fun
Gotta hit
battle.
that jumper.
Yeah.
It's an open look.
They were already counted out early on in the playoffs, as it were, so I'm glad that they brought it back, man. They made a fight about it.
Gotta hit that jumper.
Sports over the weekend. You've got college football in the night and all of tomorrow on the ESPN channels and the network channels. The Apple Cup takes place tomorrow over on CBS at 4:30. Go Cougs! The Seahawks are here at home taking on the Saints at 1 p.m. on CBS, and the Mariners are in a make-or-break series in Houston against the Astros, currently on over on Root tonight as well as tomorrow, and we are on ESPN for Game 3 on Sunday. We got the big time.
Come on, Mariners.
Let's go, boys. Let's get it done. As far as your weather, should be a decent weather all weekend long with lows in the mid-50s all weekend and highs right around 70 with a small chance of a little bit of rain on Sunday. That is it for your headlines. With that, let's go Seattle Sports. Mike Hawkins.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it. Pick up a 6 or a Men's Room IPA or Men's Room 20th Anniversary Lager on the way home for the weekend. We'll talk to you Monday.
Yes, indeed. Have yourself a fantastic weekend. But in the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch. So until Monday, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe